Thank you for coming. Today's offering is an act of love, is an act of connection. It's an invitation also to come to a place of slowness, come to a place of pause, resetting something while we reflect. As we know, it's the new moon. We're between two solar eclipses, and there's lots happening up there in the galactic motion. I'm sure we are all connected with it. So this new moon ritual, today's session, there will be many things that we will touch upon. We'll also go slow. And maybe since it's just the two of you who have shown up, I wonder what called you to be a part of this space. If you could share, you could come unmute or you could chat. What called you? How are you feeling today?
Hi, Navedita. It's nice to see you. I think over the last few years, I've just been thinking about the moon more and more and seeing how I think especially as like a woman type person who menstruates and like at some point figured that for quality of life, like being more in touch with like the cycle of my body was very important. And I got this great app called Stardust, which I recommend to everybody, which tracks like your cycle in great detail along with all the hormonal shifts, along with the moon. And so it just made me start realizing every month, like the shift in energy between the full moon and the new moon. It wasn't something I was conscious of before then. So I've been trying to, I haven't really been able to join many new moon things recently, but like because so much of my Instagram is these things now, I've been trying to join more and more moon related intention things because I think for me having that stepping point between when the shifts in energy happen, it's a really good resting point.
Thank you, Purva. And if you could give me a few words that tells me how you're feeling today, right now.
Pretty calm. Yeah, kind of the rest after the chaos kind of feeling. Moving into a lower tide.
Inviting more of that for you, if that's what's feeling all right in the body. Thank you, Purva. Hi, do I call you Vijna or
Vijna?
Vijna. Welcome, Vijna. You were just starting. I asked if you feel okay to share what invited you here, what called you here, and how are you feeling right now? Since it's a short, I could take that.
Well, I've been following like the eclipses that have been happening. I have always in the last few years, but especially the one that just happened in August, if I'm not wrong. Or was it in early September? I'm not able to remember the date as of now. But then the start of 2025 has marked some very important transitions for me, especially in my personal life. And I must say, in the last 1 month, things have been opening up in a very different way, new, uncertain, but it feels good, you know. So when I got to know that this is happening, I wanted to be part of it because I wanted to do something in today's special day. So I thought, okay, let me be part of this. So that's what got me here. And I was just thinking of it is when I got this email. So I was very happy about it. Yeah.
Wonderful. How are you feeling right now?
I think I'm just feeling neutral, a little tired, but actually quite calm. Yeah.
Will you feel rested during this session? And um, may the calm continues for as long as it wants to stay. Yes, Mario, you want to share? I see that you've unmuted yourself, but we can't hear you and I can't see you. So if you feel like, maybe you could type in the chat. That's okay. Okay, so before we begin, and if you have your candles, if you have something to light your candle, maybe we do it together. We just create a little moment of inviting this energy to reset. A lot is probably getting released, so lighting a candle. And while you're lighting it, just maybe noticing the fire, noticing how it is contained. Mm. In India, here we also celebrate Navratri. And tomorrow is the beginning of Navratri, 9 nights of praying to, devoting our attention to Goddess Durga. You may or may not believe in the goddess archetypes, but just an invitation that a lot of celestial movement is happening, and over the next 9 days, there's lots of attention that will be given to the specific kind of energy. So just inviting a lot of movement through us. And I think something that when I was invited to share and host this session, I was feeling how do we treat ourselves? And the question that I came up with and how it felt was what would sacred self devotion look like or feel like? Um, Using and emphasizing the word sacred here. What would that feel like? What would that look like? And with that in mind, I invite you to maybe take a moment to close your eyes and just center yourself. Come to this present moment. You could put a hand on your heart, another one on your womb, and just sitting with it. What would sacred self devotion look like, feel like in my body? And as you sit with that, just gently taking your attention to the tip of the toes, staying there. What are they touching? Looking at your feet. Simultaneously breathing into each bit with a lot of attention, gentleness, and care. From your feet, you move towards your knees. If you're sitting cross-legged, see what parts of your leg are feeling the touch of the air, the touch of any surface. Is it warm? Not warm? Take a deep breath as you move upwards. Staying with the knees. This temple of your body is this container. Knees to your thighs. Pelvic area, your womb. Gently breathing into it. And bringing yourself to here and now where your body is. Then you move to your belly. And feel when you take a deep breath, how does it move? What does it feel? What does it feel like when you touch gently with your palms? Feel like moving your palms a little gently. Noticing your breasts, your heart. And how does your heart feel when it's touched? Deep breath. Again. Remembering that your body is your temple. Noticing your shoulders, relaxing them. If you want to move gently, sway gently, or be still, stay with that. And notice how your spine is supporting your shoulders, your neck. Does it want to curl? Does it want to be straight? Does it want to dance? What's coming up? Just dropping your shoulders, listening to it. Breathing, breathing, breathing. You could also exhale from your mouth with a sigh. Make a sound maybe. Oh. From your neck. You breathe into your cheeks, your mouth, your nose, your closed eyes, your eyelids. Relaxing your jaw. Noticing your ears. What all can they hear apart from my voice? Breathing into your forehead. Now your crown. Just connecting with this beautiful temple. Few deep breaths. Breathe in. Exhale. Take your own time. For the next 2 minutes, just stay with the silence. I'll also be quiet. Whenever you feel ready, you could open your eyes. Feeling your palms, sensing, touching your face. Whatever needs a little more touch, a little more assurance, a little more attention. Could be your feet, your knees, your back, your shoulders. Is something calling you? Take a moment. Mouth's feeling dry, don't hesitate to sip on water. Here now, and we are here together. Welcome Dhamini and welcome Guinea. See you. We lit a candle before you came in. So if you want to light a candle for yourself now, please do that. And if something is coming up and you wish to journal it, we'll take 2 to 3 minutes, and maybe we write what came up when I invited you to reflect on a question that what would sacred self-devotion look like when you connected uh, with your body temple? Um, Ritambra, maybe you could play some music for next 2 to 3 minutes. And please grab your pencil, your paper, your journal, and whatever is coming up, take a moment to write that down, acknowledge it. If there's gratitude, if there's some other feeling. Don't think so much. Not by sharing it with the larger group, it's for you. Think and write with as much honesty. Sometimes brought up some uncomfortable feelings also. So this is a invitation to acknowledge them as well. This entire time frame has been is considered to be a time where a lot of emotional up and down can happen. So it's not just the most wonderful things that will show up. So just welcome all the discomfort as well. Hi, Purva, you just joined. Welcome. We are, thank you, Ritambra, for pausing the music. Purva, you just joined in, so we were reflecting and sitting with ourselves. We also meditated. I mean, meditated as in we just invited us to connect with ourselves. And the prompt to sit with was, what would sacred self-devotion look like and feel like in your body temple? So we were just using this time to journal and write about it. You can take a minute to maybe put your thoughts. If there's a question, if you know what it would mean to you, just maybe write. Thank you for that. So maybe just one more minute. Last 3 seconds. We will be drawing and writing more. And you can always sit with it and let it emerge, because you may not have everything coming up right now, and that's okay. Um, Hey, welcome, Shilpi. We will pause at this point. Last 2 words. Yes. Um, just take a moment, give it a read. What have you written? Is your body wanting to curl up and sleep? Does it want some water? Do you want to shake off something? Bit of stretchy feelings. Stretch, stretch. Oh, with your arms. Maybe with that we release something. The invitation is to really, really, really open your arms as wide as possible. Okay. I make space. Sign. So this new moon is also about letting go of perfection, letting go of what we feel super critical about, um, super critical of the things that we find wrong with ourselves, wrong with the people around us, um, and conditioning, um, fear, anger, hesitation, some patterns. Um, I can share recently. Um, Between these two last eclipses, I felt okay, now all my patterns, whatever I knew of, are going to be rested and it's not going to repeat anymore. Zoop, there was something that came up, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't expect this to show up. It had a lot to do around my fear of being misunderstood, my fear of being betrayed. That's a big word, and I've always been very scared of it. Um, but this time, I very consciously acknowledged that, oh, this is a pattern and it's coming up again. There must be something that I need to do differently, and I can't lose myself again. And I did sit down, I wondered, I realized that it was my fear that was showing up again and again. How could I meet it with empathy? How could I return to myself? How could I come back and without being very critical of my fear of be like, oh, you've been doing so much work and at the end of the day, you're again scared. So I came back to myself and this time a little less critical, a little more empathetic, a little more kind. Like, okay, we're all scared at some point and I see you. And maybe it's time for you to go. I release that fear. Wasn't easy. I did break down quite a few times. It wasn't such a big cycle, it threw me off. Not this time. And so I shared this because not that I've got everything figured out, but I'm walking, and this is a space where I'm not coming in to say that, oh, you do this and everything will be fine. But how are you going to meet yourself? What are you planning to release now? And when I say that, what is coming up for you? And maybe we make this a little more interactive. And if someone wants to come and mute and you really want to take this opportunity to say that I really, really, really would have loved to do this and couldn't. So now today I release this. So this is invitation. Anyone who wants to share something? We're all here. And more than thinking, if you could just, is your body feeling uncomfortable? Is it feeling light? Is it feeling heavy? Where are you? Maybe speak from your body and not so much from your mind. What would you want to release? A habit that has been hiding. It could be a repetitive thought, a belief, resentment, fear.
I think I want to try shedding the extreme fear of failure. I think that's where the perfectionism comes from. That makes my creative work feel like the nervous system feeling in my body is one of fear and contraction when I'm approaching it. which I think leads to so much procrastination. But I think in the middle of these two eclipses, for one of the first times, even though I was still procrastinating, I was able to spend time with my creative work with a spirit of much more play. And I think that's what I want to reach towards with all my creative work, and figure a relationship with it that just has less fear of failure and what will be lost if things are not done perfectly, and if this doesn't take me where I thought it was supposed to take me, those kinds of feelings.
So do you want to say out loud that I release my fear of failure? And trust me, it won't happen in a day. You open the door and you watch it. It could be so deeply embedded that 6 years down the line it will still show. But for you to tell your body, for you to tell your heart, for you to tell every little micro quantum particle that I'm opening that door, I'm going to release it, and I am releasing. So maybe take a moment and say, I release.
It's so interesting, the kind of fear even around being able to say I release instead of I want to, or I think I release. It's so much easier to say those sentences, but I'm gonna try saying it. I release my fear of failure this new moon. Thank you, Guinea.
While you're
Thank you,
saying it, there
Navedita.
must be something happening in the body. So just attending to that also. And sit with it, take a moment, and say it again to yourself in your mind. And notice that this is all showing up, and we acknowledge it. Thank you, Fubai. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else who wants to take this opportunity to say it out loud? Yes, yes.
I have this relationship with time in a very strange way. Um, Despite planning, knowing things well in advance, and all of that, I would also keep things ready, like in terms of even small things like what I want to wear and everything. But, I don't know, something just stops me from doing what I need to do. So if I have to be at a place at 3, I only get there by 3:05, even after planning or doing all that I need to do to be ready. And I think today I just realized that, in fact, I wrote it also while I was writing down. Even though the question was about what it means to be, you know, divine or with
Sacred
oneself, or what
self-devotion.
sacred self-devotion. This came up and I wrote it because I think it's. I also realized that I eventually get work done, or I eventually get, complete the task that was supposed to be done. But uh, it also just makes me go away from my centeredness, and
So
also
how do
from
you
my,
feel about it? How do you feel about
I don't feel good about it anymore. Like I just
it?
feel, one is that I feel like it's taking me away from my fullest, like from being full, from being like a sense of fullness, a sense of stability, a sense of clarity. Like I don't feel like I'm rooted. I feel like I'm like everywhere, like sort of
Mm,
thing. Yeah.
mm, mm.
So
Awesome.
I don't think I'm in that. I'm at ease, or I feel good about being in that space of like I don't know. I just feel like it's shaky.
What would happen if you were to simplify something and be okay with the uncertainty of everything that life has to offer? What would happen?
No, I'm okay with the uncertainty, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not at ease anymore to not get there, get to a place, or get to completing something a little before time, that sort of thing. Like in simple words, we would say it punctuality, like I'm just saying, But yeah, if I could be at a space, at a place, or at a point of time, or at this particular thing, let's say 5 minutes before, why not? Even though I've done all the preparations, gotten everything ready and everything, all of that. So I also wrote that I just wrote that less is more, and this more resonates depth and expanse. And for me, being in this realm of deep expansiveness brings me close to my center and allows me to finally be that center which is sacred and divine. And I think me not respecting that my relationship, like the relationship that I wish to build with time in this reality, it takes me away from being in this centeredness, which doesn't mm, feel great. It doesn't feel, makes me feel at ease. Yeah.
I hear you, Vijna, and I wonder why does it feel uneasy? And I don't want you to answer it
Yeah.
by thought. I want you to feel it. Why do you feel uneasy? And it might not be a one word, one sentence. Just sit with it. If you could come up with something to say, I release, what would that be?
When you asked me this, what I felt, what came to my mind is that I want to slow down.
You don't want to slow down.
I want to slow down.
Hmm. So how would you say it? What do you want to release? What are you releasing that would make you slow down?
I think I'm releasing anything that is excess,
Say,
anything that is excess, anything that, yeah. I think for me, it's that word excess.
okay,
Like I
so
want to
say
release
that
anything that is excess. That's too
not
much.
not I want to and I think I want to. You say I release. And you say it with utmost conviction so that your body knows.
I release all that is excess in my life. I release all that is too much for me. I release all that is unnecessary to me.
When you are honoring your truth and sowing the seeds. Thank you, Vijna. Thank you. Stay with that. And if your body needs a little swaying, do that. It needs to release some excess stress, tension, just shake it. Thank you, Vijna. Guinea, you wanted to share something?
I think when you ask this question, there is there's this action of contraction that I feel like in my heart. And there's also like this really like open and vast bubble or cloud or sky. So there's this dance of like me wanting to go out there, but then there's this something that pulls me back and is like, no, this is better,
or this is safe, or this is familiar. So I constantly, what came up for me was that pull, was that inner conflict or some kind of, opposite. Um, I am feeling that I want to release that, whatever that feeling is. And yeah,
Mm. Um, hmm. So what is it that you want to simplify? Yeah. What are you ready to simplify? Let's say that.
that if I want to get up and go for a walk, I want to allow myself and go walk simply. But I feel like I'm always, there are these people in my life. I'm always thinking, is it okay if I take that walk? Is it okay to them? You know? And I'm losing sight of, but I want to do it.
Mm.
That gets lost.
Where in your body are you feeling this big feeling right now?
Yeah.
Oh no. Sit with it, honor. What does it want?
It just is giving me like this visual of me sitting on a cloud and like floating away. So I did go for that walk, but I'm trying to um, maybe find that word that for me to be able to sit on that cloud and float away, what is it that I let go of, or what is it that I released? But it's okay if I don't find that word right now. I'm just happy to feel that feeling of me being on the cloud.
Yes, and this is an opportunity where I will probably push you a little bit because I know, again, sitting on that cloud is a familiar feeling. This wanting to release and not releasing is also a place where I have found myself stuck. Want to do this, I want to do this, but am I doing it? What is stopping me right now when I have the opportunity to do it?
Hmm.
So this is me nudging you a little bit more once again. Anything, even the smallest thing. You said a lot of things, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, therefore, I won't say it. But I want you to take a moment. Maybe you could go and mute again, write it down, but start writing the word I, release, and wait till you are able to complete that sentence. Don't move from it. It's ready. It's coming up, and so it's ready to leave you. It's coming up. And now is the moment.
Um, I release the cage. I release the chains. I release the shadow. And I release a voice that is not mine.
Powerful. Whatever you're feeling in your body, just attending to it, acknowledging it, holding it. Thank you, Giri. Purva, Shilpi, do you feel like turning on your cameras or saying something? The space is open, and I know we're almost towards the end of the session, but if everyone agrees with Ambra, maybe we could exceed for 15 more minutes, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that.
Okay, thank you, Rita. So those of you who may want to leave, you can let me know right now. But if you're okay to stay for another 15 minutes, we can finish it together. So I'm assuming Purva and Shilpi, you don't want to share, and that's okay. Maybe if you feel like typing in the chat, do that. If you don't, that's also okay. But use this opportunity to write to yourself, honor your truth, whatever is coming up is coming up. Okay. So with that, maybe for next 5 minutes, since the next 9 days are going to be Navratris and we are inviting the goddess archetypes, and I know, Guinea, I made a promise that I'm not keeping it, but I love you and I love each one of you here for showing up and being here with me. Thank you.
I love you too.
So for next 5 minutes, it would be beautiful if you could take your colors, your pencils, your pens, and how we started getting in touch with our own body temple. Now, I want you to visualize. Maybe you could close your eyes once Ritambra puts on the music after I finish talking. For 5 minutes, I want you to close your eyes. With your inner eyes, imagine the temple that your body is. And a place of worship, a place of prayer, a place of sacredness, a place pious, pure, a place that puts everything, you know, above you, and you're held. If you don't resonate with the word temple, I don't want to make it religious, but I'm just inviting you to understand the piousness of it all and the beauty of it. So to honor that, what would your temple look like, feel like? If there are colors that come to you when you close your eyes, if there are elements that come to you, it need not be in the shape of a body, but it could be anything that wants to be drawn on a paper. Not write, we're not writing, we are drawing. It could be just a color. What do you want to decorate and put in your temple? What is your temple looking like, feeling like, smelling like? And maybe take a moment to just honor that. So we use 5 minutes and we give color, shape, form to the temple. And once we're done with it, we'll say what to do with it. Okay? Ritambra, you could, does anyone have any question about this? Or is it clear? You could show me a thumbs up. Okay, works. All right. And we might have a very different relationship also with our own bodies. So I want to acknowledge that. Again, letting go of the need for perfection, but I'm just inviting sacredness to your own body. You may have hated it, you may have not loved it, you may have had a very disorienting relationship with it, but still invite the sacredness, the silence, the quality of a prayer to your body. And we can play some music now. Tamra, thank you. Last 2 minutes. Continue doing it after the session also, but for now, take 2 minutes. Okay, slowly bringing it to close. And maybe pausing if you don't feel like you're complete and you would want to add more. Just pausing for now, and you could go back to it post session. Yeah. I hope you will continue offering more attention to your temple and continue praying, sitting in silence, screaming your lungs out, or dancing, or laughing, or nourishing it. But another invitation I would like to extend at this point is that new moon is a time when we release, we reset. We also sow seeds for intention, but not in terms of, oh, I want to manifest this or I want this to come about, but it's time to actually look at ourselves and release, shed, so that by the time we reach the full blown magic of the full moon, we're ready to say that, okay, I made space and now, things must arrive. So in that, I want to invite you to commit. Commit to your temple for next 9 days. It's an auspicious time to do that. Maybe cultivate one sacred ritual or cultivate a routine. Maybe every day you write one thing that went well for you. Maybe one thing that you loved. Maybe one thing that you're grateful for. Maybe every day I will sing. Every day I'll dance. Every day I'll sit quietly. You commit to that ritual for next 9 days, inviting some space in your temple. So maybe take a moment and start. I commit to the ritual of and dash. Complete the sentence as you feel, okay? I commit to the ritual. And why I'm saying ritual is because I'm inviting you to really repeat it with intent, with care, so that you can shape your prayer, your temple, and the life at large that you deserve to live. Anna, did you just join? I'm sorry, we're about to end the session soon, but welcome. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, so we did. I'm so sorry. I'll share what we did, and if you wish to stay 5 minutes extra, I could tell you what we were doing, and then maybe you could do it on your own. I'm sorry. So we were just writing right now that I commit to the ritual of, and you're finishing the sentence. I hope that is helpful and have written something. And there's no exhaustive list. You could just keep going on, but let's not get too big. Just start with one ritual for the next 9 days. Okay. As we come to close, does anyone want to read out what they are committing to?
I commit to the ritual of dancing every day.
Wonderful. Thank you, Gibby. Richna?
I commit to the ritual of chanting for the next 9 days.
Thank you, Richna. Purva, Shilpi, do you want to say something? If not, I understand. Purva said she's grateful that everyone shared. She had to leave. Okay. So Anna, just everyone, please bear with me. And since we have another beautiful sister who has just joined in, I'll just run you through what happened. So we started, we lit a candle, we set the intention, and we wondered with this question of what would sacred self-devotion look like? We paid attention to our bodies, our feelings, our thoughts at this moment, but we tried returning to our own body. Vichna, do you want to say what we did after that? Hi, Anna. Thank you for joining in.
Well, I was at another event and I get the times mixed up. And so, yeah, anyway, I'm here and I keep missing all the other events. So even 5 minutes to share this energy with you, I'm just very, very grateful because I'm just very inspired by the group. And, I just feel I just feel the reverence through all the messages, and I feel a bit isolated with that level of devotion here and community. So just grateful for the chat. And so 5 minutes to spend with you is great beauty for me at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. So Vichna was going to share what we did after we connected with our body as temple. Vichna, you want to share?
Yeah, so after we connected with our body as the temple through that small moment of silence, meditative silence, we then got to sit and write. Like we had to write down, reflect and write down on what thoughts were that came to us in that moment of silence, while we were reflecting on that question as well in the silence. And after that, we also got to think of what is it that we want to release. What is it that we would like to release, like in terms of fear or some sort of inhibition or something that's restricting us, that's something that's stopping us. And for me, it was releasing anything that's like too much or excessive, that's not helping me to get to my centeredness or my higher self.
Yeah, thank you. And so all of us shared what was difficult because often we get down to saying, oh, I want to release. I think I would like to release, but then the power of saying I release, this is something else. And doing it together is even more wonderful. So we did that. I hope, Anna, you could take some time to really fill your pages saying I release dash, I release dash, I release dash. Post that, we spend a lot of time also attuning to your own body temple and saying, okay, where is the discomfort or where is the feeling stuck or felt in my body? Post that, we were spending some time. Ginny, you want to say what we were doing? Since Purva and Shilpi are not speaking much, so I'm not encouraging you to. You could be quiet. Ginny, you could share.
So we got some colors in front of us and we were to draw how we see our body as a temple, as this sacred home, that we carry, that we live in. So I think all of us were just being with ourselves and drawing how we feel our body is as a temple. That's what we were doing now.
Thank you, Ginny. And the invitation was also to bring colors, shapes, forms, smells, sights, whatever you feel you want to decorate and make this pious, pure place of your body, to invite sacredness to it. In India, we are celebrating Navratri for the next 9 days, which is invoking and praying to Goddess Durga, which is a feminine goddess archetype. And we celebrate different avatars of her, different ecstatic emotions she shows up in. So we then wanted to write, I commit to the ritual of dash, and you really commit to doing it for next 9 days. You take your time, no hurry, you could do it for the rest of the day, and then for next 9 days, make sure you're committed to doing. And that is when you joined in. And I wanted to make you feel welcomed and be a part of the session, even though you missed out on the things. We would have loved to have you, but thank you so much for showing up and being here. Means a lot. So I would like to end this by integrating all that we have. Gave us an opportunity to actually quickly go back and revise it. Just a little thing I want to read. Maybe you could all close your eyes, put your hand on your heart and your womb, relax a bit. And with each word that I say, maybe just feel it in your body. And continue to breathe. So consider the moon speaking to you. Dear daughter of earth, your body is the temple. Your life is the altar. With the presence, you are shaping it every moment. You are the architect of your sacred rhythm. Let no noise distract you from your inner truth. With each breath, you reclaim a piece of your power. With each choice, you return to the altar of your becoming. This moon is not for rushing, but for remembering. You are whole and you are ready. You are whole and you are ready. Breathe in, breathe in. That I express a lot of gratitude, a lot of courage and resilience as you shed, release, and let go, as you face your fears, as you face your patterns, your habits. May you have the opportunity to honor your truth over and over again. Thank you so much for showing up. You. And maybe it's a good time to say bye. Have a restful evening And I don't know what time of the day it is for you, but have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Pooja and
you.
Shilpi.
Thank you. Thanks,
Ritambara.
everyone.
But before we go, I want you to know that Evolve Beings is always hosting wonderful sessions. We also have Wonder Women Festival coming up in November in Goa. Yes, and Ritambara just then posted the message. Please check out the website. You can also have one-on-one sessions with me. I did not introduce myself because I thought that was unnecessary, but now when I have your attention, I'll just say, I listen and I create space. I do more things, but we'll figure out. So if you wish to talk to me about anything, you could sign up for a one-on-one session over the website. And please follow Evolve Beings. They are doing some really beautiful and soul-touching work that we all need in a time where everything is fast-paced and rushed, and we all want to become best versions of ourselves. So how to stay with that imperfection and find people who are working one bit at a time. So Evolve Beings is the place. Please go check them out. Appreciate you showing up once again. Thank you, Ritambara, for staying put till the end and playing music when I asked you to.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. And sisters, it was really nice having you all. The session was so beautiful. I was taking all of it in as well. So just sharing a couple of words about the Wonder Women Festival that's coming up at Evolve. There are going to be like over 100 women like you across the globe at the festival. Sisters who want to rise in their life, who want to heal, who want growth, who want to be around strong, wild, and unapologetic women like Navedita herself and 10 other facilitators from across the globe, world's top renowned Tantra practitioners like Ma Anand Sarita, Violeta, Sierra, and such beautiful women are gonna be there. So I've shared the link on the chat where you can find all of the details to the festival. And we'd love to have you. And if you want to sign up, do make sure you do it in the next couple of days since the early bird offer is also going on. Yeah. Have a great evening, sisters. Thank you so much for joining.
You have a lovely, lovely, lovely this whole moon cycle. Enjoy it.
Can I ask a question, Navedita? That beautiful poem you sang, read at the end, is there a resource for that, or is there somewhere you could, that's just written? Oh, okay, it was very beautiful. I just thought of to share, like I thought to write that down. But anyway, I'll receive that in my heart. That's fine. Thank you.
Let it come back to you in your own words. And I would want to invite that to you. That'll be
Yes.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Right.
Thank you so much. 5 minutes and it was complete grace. I hope I can come to the next one. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Vijna. Thank you, Shilpi. Thank you,
Thank you,
Anna.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.